Welcome back, dear viewers, and you're still watching the Breakfast Show on TV International. And as we said earlier, we're going to be talking about the tourism sector and Egypt's extensive efforts to boost tourism in Egypt. And the government has been doing a lot of great work, especially in the last 11 years. We've seen a lot of discoveries, a lot of museum openings, a lot of archaeological places being developed, and a lot of infrastructure as well. And to shed more light on this topic, we're most delighted to be joined over the phone by Mr. Faris Hosni, Secretary General of the Egyptian Tourism Syndicate. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. We're very happy to have you with us in the Breakfast Show and on TV International. And talking about a very important sector that actually serves as boosting economy, especially during this critical time. How do you evaluate the efforts that the government has been doing in this sector?
First of all, thank you for the government opportunity, and have a nice day for all cast. And I am happy with you. Okay. The Egyptian government, tourism and Minister of Tourism gave it him some tourism is mean, secure and private and incentive in Egypt. Mm-hmm. And Egyptian government making a strategy for new support for Egyptian tourism all in all. I think in the last time and more from 3 years and 5 years ago, okay, the Egyptian government made the big plan for new tourism and from Egypt, from north to south Egypt. Mm-hmm. And I think the Egyptian government and Minister of Tourism gave it to him some support and big support to all these in all time.
Yes, and what about the plan that Egypt is actually planning to hit 30 million tourists by 2028?
The Egyptian 2028 for mandate, and I think we have a big vision from Egyptian government and Egyptian tourism 2023. And this plan, big plan to put Egypt in international world and first world in the tourism, outside and inside.
Okay.
And the same, you remember this, the same Sun City project, Tun Al Gabal in Mania and Bahnasa and Sohag, and more discovered in last time. The Egyptian civilization have been discovered in this area in the beginning development info and measure in tourism.
Yes, actually we have seen a lot of discoveries and a lot of museums being open, and a lot of work actually has been done in the tourism sector. How do we market for this, for these developments?
I think this is international discovery, not in especially in Egypt only. We have more discovery in Egypt than last time, especially between Egyptian government and Spain government in Bahnasa and in Sohag. It's a big discovery in last time. And I think the Egyptian government will make both the tourism and all area for animals, for mummies and for all this, and put this in area for a big plan to international and over the world.
Yes, and what, in your opinion, are the main touristic attractions in Egypt that are expected to draw a large number of visitors?
I think that first time and the near time we have the Egyptian Museum in Egypt. The civilization is not one of the most important museum and the world, and display many amazing foreign things.
Yes, like the Grand Egyptian Museum, you mean, right?
Yes, the Grand Egyptian Museum, yes.
Yes.
This gift from Egypt to all the world.
Okay, going back to actually the parade that took place back in 2022, and that the whole world was talking about actually up until today. They have seen the great efforts Egypt exerted to provide such a magical parade, and actually it had a great impact on tourism since then. Are we planning to make another great event, for example, for the opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum to attract tourists to Egypt?
This in Egypt is a grand opening museum in Egypt. I think the Egyptian government make great offers to improve the investment to support the tourism and security together. And development ports and many airports secured Egypt have been updated and expanded to cause of the arrival of tourists. And development route in the translation network and the highways and the internet and transportation and more information. And I think the tourism in Egypt, in Egyptian Museum, big Egyptian Museum and the pyramids, I think that the new visit, after, I think after two, in the first in January, I think.
Yes, actually the government has been talking about boosting or improving the infrastructure, especially around the area of the pyramids of Giza. So what's your comment on that?
I think improving the city and the area transportation service and support have been development to facility to tourism movement in the Red Sea and in Egypt and Giza. And I think the plan, the Egyptian Muslim and the Minister of Tourism, both big plan and big area, both this Egypt and land from south to north and Alexandria and both more discover for New Egypt.
Okay, so what, from your opinion, what is the most important improvement or development the government has been doing in the tourism sector that could actually help in boosting tourism?
And actually, I think the pyramids, it's a big monument to big in Egypt. The pyramids, and next time, I think it's when somebody visits this area after to a new plan and new civilization in pyramids, I think they see all discovered from start from A to Z. Before some people to come in this area, it's not in this area in Al-Haram, it's not in planning and it's not area for especially in the transportation and
accommodation as well.
For the same like this, yeah. I think after the plan would have been open in the 1st January in Pyramid area, I think the world will see something new.
What do you think with everything happening around us, around Egypt, in the Arab countries, a lot of instability in the region? So what impact could Egypt's political stability have on its tourism industry?
I think it's this plan to make of the 7th century university of the world and still tennis tourism for all over this world.
Okay, and what about how can Egypt actually ensure its tourism sector benefit local communities and actually provide more jobs for Egyptians?
I think it's upgrade to tourism and the support. Government has worked to improve the level of service in the hotels and tourism and secure and transportation. And we need more things like this from Minister of Tourism and of government.
What do you think are the major challenges that Egypt is facing towards this very important sector?
I think the Egyptian is very important for security in Egypt. And all in all, we have a big plan for, I think, in 2025, and we have a big vision for 2023. I think we need more facilities, and we need more security in Egypt. But I think everything is okay with another vision and a good vision for 2023.
Okay, so actually with the presence of the digital marketing, and you know how crucial it is actually to deliver a broader picture or a better picture of Egypt to the Western civilization or the Western community. How do you think the digital marketing is important?
And the digital marketing for Minister of Tourism, put this in the, I think we have more life in for pyramids and something like that in Luxor, Aswan. The digital market is very important in for Egyptian museum, big museum, and all these. I think this market now is the first one for marketing, and in Egypt here it consists of more something like that. We can put it in area, and we can put it in plan and more channels, and we can put it in everything.
Okay, and what do you think the role of the conferences that are being held in Egypt, like the COP27, for example, that took place in Sharm el-Sheikh? How do these events actually benefit or have a good impact on tourism?
I think in the first time we'll have more events in Egypt, different events between some people and some country and some company. The Egyptian people here in Minister of Tourism and Government, we can take these events and put it in the area for Egyptian digital marketing and for good news for Egypt, and put it in international channel for digital marketing, and for we can take this support from all in all and take more information about how do we need what the Egyptian government making in last time and first time and in the future.
Okay, so talking about tourism and the touristic destinations in Egypt, we cannot forget talking about the beautiful cities of Luxor and Aswan, as they represent a favorite touristic destination for foreign tourists and also for Egyptians. So how do you actually see, how can we market more, and what can we do right now to attract tourists to go to these places?
In Luxor and Aswan, we can market all and about it isn't by digital marketing about new discover. We can take some photo and some videos for Sudan, but it is in international channel and international development. And we make the new discovery in Bahnasa. You remember this, I think?
Yes, in Minya Bahnasa, yes.
Yes. It's a big discovery, and I think it is not the first discovery between Egyptian government and Spain government. We can put this in area, and I think the Egypt, until now, it's more made about all secure in Egypt land. I think we can take this, some discovery in like this. And we can invite some people about see this discover by free, or take more information about how we can say about the new discovery in Egypt.
Mr. Faris Hosni, Secretary General of the Egyptian Tourist Syndicate, thank you so much for having the time to talk to us more about Egypt's extensive efforts to support and to boost tourism in the region. Dear viewers, a short break and we'll be right back.